Episode 19. 19,
We're
doll.
back. 19.
Couple
Getting on.
goals. Now, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a really relaxing week. We haven't done too much. It's been raining in Brisbane non-stop. But I kind of liked it because it just sort of forced us to do nothing, which I think we need. We
Hmm.
needed that.
It's hard to do nothing, but I feel the rain definitely incentivizes a little bit of indoor activity.
Yeah.
I've been
Um,
playing a lot of COD. I haven't played COD or video games much for probably eight
which
years.
I appreciate.
And now, no, I'm not going to get back into it. I'm very cautious about falling into it. I think your bum is squashing George's laptop. I'll just,
It's always squashing something.
yeah. Oh, well. Off the back of last week, it was so fun doing those questions.
Yeah, they were pretty fun.
They were awesome fun. But quick little update, we've done Sweet FA all week. If you guys haven't done Sweet FA for a long time, highly recommend it. 10 out of 10, recharged, refocused, happy.
Happy. And Christmas is coming up so quickly.
That makes me
Um,
nervous.
Yeah, we're trying to scramble together some days to go and visit your parents in Toowoomba because we're going to be in Mexico as we stated last episode. Um,
Oh,
what?
we went to a magic show last
We
night.
did. Theatre of Magic, it's called, and it's at the Ridges Hotel in
Brisbane, near the
Brisbane.
RNA showground. It is amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. And it was more adult entertainment than
We
kids
can have from
entertainment.
10 plus. So I feel the cool thing about what I enjoyed about it is it's very intimate. There's maybe 30 people and it's got cool music and it feels like a really old school setup where you would have been in like a tent back in the day to see magic.
Yeah,
And so I think if there were more children in the audience, they could play and cater to that. It's not like they're stuck on a fixed routine. So I think they just sort of made it up. Like they've obviously got multiple shows and they've been doing it for years. Christopher Wayne, who's a friend of ours and one of the Naked Magicians, started it with his friend Nige, aka Legend, which he told the funniest joke of the night, which I found hilarious. I don't know why I found it so funny. So he's closing up his set.
yeah, it's almost like a comedy show and magic
Yeah.
in one.
And they just, yeah, go off the cuff and it's really engaging. So if you're in Brisbane, they are opening in Toowoomba as well in January and somewhere else. But
Can't
I don't
remember
think I've even heard where that somewhere else is.
where.
But just Google the Theatre of Magic. And if you want something fun to do for 90 minutes, it's killer.
Can recommend.
Can recommend. But that was great. So let's dive into questions. We've got some different questions this week. I thought last week, super serious, maybe not serious, but very deep. This week, I thought we'd go for some humorous ones, some random ones. But anyway, let's see what we've got. Over to you. Or should we scissors, paper, rock?
No, I'll start.
Okay,
Ladies first.
Amy's starting. Amy's starting.
Okay. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? And why do you feel like it's going to be. Oh, and why do I feel like it's going to be something ridiculous?
Well, why do you feel like it's going to be something ridiculous, firstly, and then I'll answer?
Because you eat a lot. I feel like it's going to be volume eating. It's going to be savory. It's going to be mac and cheese.
Well, yeah.
What's it going to be? You
I
tell
think
us.
it has. I really want to say something that's just not sustainable, like pizza or something like that. But I know that for me to feel good and live long, I need a balanced meal. So I'm probably thinking
Yeah, but that aside, like just for taste, I'm just going to turn the aircon on.
it's hot. I'm going to run this show while Amy's offset.
I'm
Uh,
back.
damn, I was going to run. I was going to go rogue.
Talk about what you're going to eat.
Yeah, no, I am. All right, so what I would have, and look, it's not like I can't just say steak and chips. It's going to be my do-it-yourself homemade meal. So we're going to start with pain au chocolat.
Ooh.
Oh, so bloody good. With a little, yeah, Americano chocolate. Just to, I like to have that, sip it down with a little dirty Americano coffee to just sort of slap you in the face and get you woken up. Then we're going to move into entree number two. Entree number two, I'd probably say like a nice granola with blueberries and stuff, which would be delicious. This is like a meal for the whole day, obviously. And then we're going
I
into,
told you it was going to be ridiculous.
yeah, but then we're going into, I would say probably a chicken parmigiana, chips, and salad for like
Mm.
the third entree, because this is an all day entree. And then finally, we're going to wash it down with barbecue. Now, barbecue comes with the side of green beans and mac and cheese And I would have some Coke with that as well to wash
Okay.
that down.
Right on.
Yeah.
Dessert?
Dessert, it's a big meal. But yeah,
Creme brulee,
probably just
perhaps?
vanilla ice cream.
Mm,
I'm
mine.
not a fan of, oh no,
Like for
tiramisu,
dessert,
I'm
I've
not a
said it
fan of.
before on the podcast. Dessert is not dessert without an ice cream. So just don't, if it's not topped with ice cream or ice cream on the side at the very least,
You ain't doing it right.
not
You may
finished.
as well just call it breakfast.
Right.
There's a little hack.
Okay, but how good is sticky date pudding with ice cream?
Pretty bloody good.
That might be mine.
You're leaning very close to me, and I love it, but I remember
So
we're
rich.
trying to work it out so that it splits up well when we're editing it.
Okay.
That's all. But I do like the closeness. I do like it.
Okay, you go ahead.
So, if you had to write a breakup song about me, hypothetically, of course, what would the title be?
Ooh. Um, See, I'm already like thinking too seriously about this.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I was doing about my meal. I think we're serious
What
thinkers.
about something like Heartbreak on the Run?
Ooh, heartbreak on the.
Because you're
Could you
always
give
on the
us like the
run.
chorus? Give us the attempt of the chorus right now. I'll
Um,
give the beat.
Heartbreak on the run, always gonna. No, I can't do it.
Do you want a slower tempo?
I can't do this because I'm a songwriter and I take my job very seriously and I can't just.
You can't just wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right, that's all right. What do you got for me? What do you got for me?
Number two. If you weren't in the fitness world, what career do you think you'd be in? And no, professional napper doesn't count.
Would you ever believe that I'd be a professional napper, honestly?
No, but I
I
would
don't think
be.
so. To be honest, if it wasn't fitness, I'd say some form of sales.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
I'm pretty good at sales. I enjoy sales as well, but it would have to be in an industry that I like selling for. But sales, yep, yep, cool. I got one for you. What, what's the weirdest dream you've ever had about me? Bonus points if it makes no sense at all.
Oh, I can't think of one that was random, but I hate those dreams, and I know you had them too, where you cheat on me. And then I wake up and I'm
Look,
still feel so angry.
just to clarify, I haven't had a dream where I've cheated on you. I've had a dream where you've cheated on me. Let's clarify that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I didn't want
vice
people to be
versa for
like, you're
me.
both dreaming that Lockie's
I
cheating on
had a
you?
dream that you cheated on me, and it's just so stupid because when you wake up, it just like doesn't make sense, but
Yeah.
still you feel hurt.
It's weird how that happens, eh?
Yeah.
The mind is so powerful. You
Well, you
wake up and
actually experienced it,
you're
you
like,
know?
you bastard. Like, I think I said one to you this morning. I was like, or was it last night? I can't even remember. I think I had a micro nap at some point and I woke up and I was like, this can't happen, whatever it was.
Okay.
It's just, yeah, okay. Yep, yep.
What's the one thing you admire most about our relationship and why?
Ooh, it's a great question. I admire most about our relationship the fact that we work really well together. We allow each other to pursue what we want, but we also are very supportive. I think we're like the ultimate team.
Yeah, a bit biased, but
Well, yeah, I just honestly, I work with a lot of people and I see challenges that people have, and I'm like, I'm so grateful we don't have that.
yeah.
Not saying we're definitely not perfect either, but yeah, the closest thing I've seen. All right, here's a serious one. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from our relationship so far?
Biggest lesson.
Mm.
Probably that the more time you spend on relationships and your relationship, the more you're going to get out of it. And so you might not want to fold the clothes, but if you do, I'm going to be a happy lady. Is
Are you
that
about
right?
it? I feel like I don't even fold well.
Neither do I. We were folding, we had to fold some towels, and I haven't done it for a while because
For
I'm living
us.
at home.
Yeah.
Ooh. But I still just like couldn't match it up properly, and I was like,
Oh
oh
yeah,
my
I
God.
watch how you fold and then I see how I fold and I'm like,
I'm slightly better than you at folding.
well, look, let's not get competitive here, but if we were to like if there were a template for folding, I'd probably be outside
How
the
do mums
box.
do it? They do it perfectly. Fitted sheet, perfect. Towels all line up, match up perfectly.
But we were talking about this the other day. I was like, when I was folding, I was like, didn't you girls used to do a subject at school called home ec? I remember my sister did. We didn't do it. I went to an all boys school, so I did woodwork. There wasn't, I don't think we had a home ec. So I've never learned to cook. I've never learned to, like, I've obviously taught myself.
Mm.
I've taught myself to iron and wash, but we didn't get taught that at school, which to me is ridiculous.
I had etiquette lessons, which is so
Oh, you
stupid.
didn't pay
Like,
attention, did you? Fair
like
income.
how to use your cutlery from outside in and rah, rah, rah. But I didn't learn how to fold or do laundry. And I went to boarding school. I was 12 and I had to learn. I just just had to assumed that I could do that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. And so I just had to sort of learn off one of the other girls. But that's probably, if you're going into boarding school, maybe that's for boys and girls, not just girls. I think it's probably a good.
If we were to have kids, my sister does as well with Hudson. I think Hudson's such a good dude because she'll give him pocket money, but like he knows how to do everything that an adult should do.
Yeah.
Like it's not expected of him, but it's incentivized with pocket money.
He's very independent.
Very independent, can wash, do the dishes, like do everything.
Makes his lunch.
Yeah, whereas I don't think there's no thinking. I definitely wasn't that good at his age. My turn or your turn? No, your turn.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Number 4.
Okay. Be honest. What's the most irrational thing I do that secretly drives you a little crazy?
The most irrational thing. I wish you gave me some warning for this one. The most irrational thing you do. Can you explain? No. Whenever I let Amy out of the car, so especially when we're staying at Amy's mum's place, Linda's, it's a very tight garage because we've got merch and storage there. So whenever I let her out, she gets out and instead of waiting for me to drive in, she just walks straight in front of the car and just dawdles in. And she literally just did it before when we picked them up from the airport. And I was sitting there because Emma and Linda waited. And I was like, you always do that. And now that I've just noticed that they don't do it either, it's a you thing.
I only do it when you're driving. I don't.
Why?
Always driving because she'll run me over.
Yeah, well, I consider it.
I always want to go first, but I always wait. But
well,
and I thought that you purposely let me go because you're a gentleman.
I let you out so you can get out, but I would.
Okay, I'll wait from now.
I just don't think one thing I don't believe in is standing in front of a car when it's starting, because it happened on my mum's side of the family, and someone.
Got unalived.
Yeah. So, and obviously, like manual cars used to jump. If you take your foot off the clutch, they can. But automatics, I've never seen an automatic do that. But it's good to learn the habits.
Okay.
All right, my turn. What's one thing you think you're really good at, but you're not?
Me?
Yeah.
Dancing.
Yeah.
But dance like nobody's watching, right? And I'm good in my own head, so the whole point of dancing is to make yourself happy and to make others happy, and I feel like I achieve both of those boxes.
Go.
If you could switch lives with any celebrity for a day, who would it be, and what's the first thing you'd do?
Ooh, that's a really great question. If I was to switch or trade places with any celebrity in the world, I think I would trade places with probably. Geez, that's tough. I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking Riley Green, who's a musician, killer musician, but he also goes hunting and plays a lot of sports. I think that would be fun to experience for a day. The flip side would be like a professional athlete in the Premier League, maybe like Harry Kane, just to see what that's like. Like when did you come through with me when we went to Real Madrid in Spain?
Yeah,
I think you did.
We did it.
Like those facilities, I'm like, and then to have the club working around you and things like that, that would be pretty. I would do that.
I know I don't get to answer this, but I would swap with the opposite sex so I could just see what it was like to be a man for a day.
Have a willy for a day.
Yeah, I'd swap with someone who was like a musical genius. So I don't know, like Pharrell, and like steal all the ideas and then come back to my body and use.
I used to always say I'd love to just be a girl, and just,
touch the boobs.
Yeah, touch the boobs all day, but I've since grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. Okay. Is it your go or my go?
No, it's your turn.
My go. If we had to survive in the wild for a week, who do you think would last longer and why?
Obviously me. Because you'd be off hunting and you might be killed by a bear.
That's
Fair.
fair. That could be fair.
Um, on the flip side, because if I was by myself, I would die in like a day because I have no outdoor skills and I don't like camping.
You wouldn't be camping. There'd be no freaking camping happening. That's for sure. That what's that TV show?
Lost?
No, not
No.
Lost. Where they send them out on the islands. It's like crazy. Anyway, I can't remember. We'll jump
Something
back to
like
that.
that. Okay. When you think about the future, what's one thing you're most excited about building together?
Oh, I think the whole thing. Like, I think we've got so many exciting things. We've got careers. We've got family. We've got like where we're going to live. Like, we've still got so much ahead of us. And then also like getting to stay fit and healthy to enjoy all of that and also enjoy each other. Because I think when we hit all of those next milestones, it'll present new problems, and we've got to make sure that we don't rip each other's heads off. So, as daunting as that is, it's also exciting.
Oh.
Yeah. Last one, last question. If you could go back in time to the moment we first met, what's one thing you would tell your past self about our relationship?
He gets better with age.
Like a bottle of wine.
Yeah, I think on that first night we met, I never thought I'd be marrying this guy. Um, we just met on a random night out. You were throwing sausage rolls.
Not at you.
Um, you were still in your degenerate phase. So, and you'll admit that, right?
I was a degenerate for a very long time.
But for some reason, I texted you the next day.
I know. Very weird. Why?
Honestly, I was just like kind of bored and just like liked some attention. I don't know.
I just wanted some attention. Oh my goodness. Well, that's how happy marriages work, ladies and gentlemen.
But I think I underestimated you, you know?
Oh, definitely. I underestimated myself. So, Reddit. Before we wrap it up this week, Reddit. And guys, coming up this week, we've got actually, what have we got this week? This is the first week. We don't have too much on this week, which is good. But the week after, I'm going on a fishing trip. So stay tuned to hear about that. And we're also going away to Spices, which is also going to, I'm going to tell you
So
which one,
excited.
but that's also going to be great. All right.
So that's like a country estate.
Country estate. It's going to be so much fun.
Okay, so this person needs advice. My fiance, he's 58, expects me, who's 54, female, to make him a full course breakfast during the work week. Are there any women who work full time who have to cook a full breakfast for their man, excuse me, before they start work? My fiance is used to eating a full breakfast in the morning, which includes bacon, eggs, potatoes, and toast, or a biscuit. We both work full-time hybrid schedule.
So I'm assuming hybrid means like sometimes work from home, other times work in an office, I'd assume.
He says I should cook him breakfast at least 2 days during the work week and on the weekends when he's hungry. I'm not a breakfast person and I don't want to wake up any earlier than I have to fix breakfast when I can eat yogurt. I feel like he's a grown man and can fix it for his own.
I agree.
Answered your own question there. Blah, blah, blah. He thinks it's totally unacceptable and he even told me today after he got up at 5:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning he was hungry and was wondering if I was going to wake up and cook. What the fuck? Am I crazy? I told him if he was up that early to fix his own damn breakfast. He tells me women all over America would do that for their man. So I'd like to know, where are these women who out there who work full time who are cooking full breakfast for their man?
Where are these women out there who are just cooking breakfast at all for their man, not a full breakfast? Like,
How long?
I'm making breakfast for you.
He's used to eating a full breakfast. Well, then fucking make your full breakfast.
Yeah, but if you're 58,
does that mean
like how long have you guys been together for?
does that mean his ex-wife was doing that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can't bring your old.
No, every
into a
new
new
relationship's new. Well, how do we get that arrangement for us?
And I feel like knowing that someone's doing that begrudgingly as well is not great. Like I'd rather just do it myself.
I don't
And
even
it's
like
nice-
the idea of you
it's
making
nice when
me
you-
breakfast.
Yeah, but it's lovely when I
Although you made
want
it
to
for
do
me this morning.
Yeah, but you were also like emptying the dishwasher and watering the plants.
Yeah.
You were up and about doing things as well, and
I don't think you should expect things in a relationship. Anyone who does that is an idiot. Like
yeah.
expectation is the biggest downfall in life in general. So communicate every week.
I think stick
Communicate.
to your guns. You're not married
Well,
yet,
you're
so
in
it's not
America, you
too late
probably
to
got
run.
guns, you know?
Oh my God, what a baby. Tell him to grow up.
Yeah, big baby. Be a man. Cook your own freaking breakfast. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is us for this week. We hope you're enjoying it. Remember, if you're on Spotify, leave a rating and review. We've also started putting clips up on Spotify, which is cool. It helps with discoverability. We're getting a lot of momentum again, which has been great. Obviously, we had inconsistent run while we were on tour and traveling a lot. We've now managed to sort that because we got this microphone in my hand that can come with us anywhere and it sounds crispy.
Crispy.
But that is all for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Hooroo.
Hooroo.